Welcome back to Mimi's Organic Eats. Today we're making Boozy Pumpkin Spice Hot Chocolate. This spiked hot chocolate is the perfect way to unwind on a cozy fall night. Filled with warmth, spice, and a shot of bourbon, plus homemade whipped cream, you guys are going to love this cozy hot chocolate. Let me show you how to make it. So the first step is going to be chopping a milk chocolate bar. We're not using any actual cocoa powder in this recipe, but instead I'm using milk chocolate to sweeten this. This is going to give it a little bit of sweetness and also a lighter flavor compared to most hot chocolates, which I think pairs really well with the pumpkin spice and the bourbon. Now you just want to make sure you're cutting the chocolate into small uniform pieces. This is going to ensure that it melts really easily with the milk. Now that our chocolate is chopped, we're just going to add this into a small pot. Next, we're going to add in 14 grams of organic cane sugar. And this is about half the amount of sugar I normally put in hot chocolate. This is because we're using milk chocolate here instead of a cocoa powder. So the milk chocolate is going to be sweeter naturally, plus we're going to add in the bourbon, so I didn't want this to be too sugary. And then next, we're going to add in a quarter teaspoon of pumpkin spice. And now if you guys like a strong pumpkin spice flavor, you're going to want to double the amount of pumpkin spice. I like to have this be pretty subtle because we have so much going on here. We have hot chocolate, we're gonna have the bourbon in there, we're gonna have whipped cream. So I like a little bit lightly spiced, but if you guys want more, feel free to double it. And then last, we're gonna add in 2 cups of whole milk. And now if you guys wanna use non-dairy milk, you can totally do that. Coconut milk, oat milk, almond milk, they would all be delicious with this. Now we're just gonna put this over the stovetop and heat over medium-high heat. Now you just wanna heat over medium-high heat. And it helps if you guys have a drink thermometer. I like to heat these to 140 degrees as that's a perfect drinking temperature and it's going to ensure that you don't burn the milk. If you don't have a drink thermometer, you can heat the milk until it's warm to the touch. But just ensure that you don't boil the milk. Milk can burn when it's boiled and then that burnt flavor will transfer into the hot chocolate, so we don't want that. So once the hot chocolate is warm and ready, now it's just time to add our shot of bourbon into each glass. And of course we have a pug shot glass in our house. And then next it's time to add the hot chocolate over the top of the bourbon. Now if you guys are doing whipped cream, make sure to leave room for whipped cream. So you guys can enjoy this all on its own, or you can add whipped cream if you want. I'll link my homemade organic whipped cream recipe in the description, and that's what I'm using here because we always have some of this in my fridge. And for those of you who are obsessed with pumpkin spice, feel free to add a little sprinkle of pumpkin spice on top of the whipped cream. And you can also garnish this with a cinnamon stick. This part is totally optional, but I love a little extra cinnamon. If you guys enjoyed this recipe, be sure to drop a like and leave a comment below. And if you want more cozy recipes just like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join me next time in the kitchen.